Hey all. So I'm back from vacation and I recorded my July 4th openings while I was away, so let's go ahead and walk through them. As you can see there, I started with about 15,000 units that I'd saved up, and I'll just be honest and give the full number up front. I spent about 650. Um, I bought all four Odins, one reliquary as you can see here, and then I think two Black Panther treasures and two wallets. So, as you can see here, I'm going with the shards. I kind of surprised myself with this because I think that in general, the class crystal selectors are more valuable. But I went through the various classes and what I'm missing and what I'm targeting and like trying to figure out what classes I would pick and what would excite me. And because these aren't nexuses, I felt like for me it made more sense to just open more 7 stars because there wasn't really a specific class I was aiming for. Now this, no wait, sorry. This I'll start with. There is something soon that's going to bother me a fair bit, but here I was checking my own calculator. For any of you who haven't made purchases by the time this comes out, if you are planning on doing it, I will go ahead and put that in the description, but I imagine most of you have. So I had planned out my purchases with that calculator, was going off of those. As you can see, I went, I believe, A, and then here I will go C, because that is just the most value for me. I'm not really focused on 6-star resources, and I was just kind of trying to open the most 7 stars possible. So here you'll see that this was a tough decision for me. I go ahead and click on the launch pool selector, and I do scroll through this. I was hoping, or no, sorry, not I was hoping. This was a mistake. I shouldn't have bought this right away because I had 7 stars to open. And so this was just a flat out mistake because as I'm scrolling through this, there are only a few out of here I don't have, but one of them is Mantis. And so here, going for the Titan Nexus, I am taking the risk of not opening Mantis. Here's the thing that upset me, because I thought that if I left this unclaimed in my stash, in my mail, that I would have the option to pick these classes later. But no, because we have this fancy pop-up from a store purchase, there's no way to get out of this. I will be raising that with the team, because I find that incredibly frustrating. We have made so much progress in this game for allowing you to go through your purchases methodically and carefully, and this very much goes against it. Was not happy about this, especially with the fact that I knew I would then have to choose the 4 from the other Black Panther that I bought right after this. Yep, there it is. Was fairly irate at this point because I'm just kind of picking random things. I haven't opened any of my 7 stars yet. I have no idea what I want. I know that I want science because I have a photon that I'm going to take up to rank 3 at some point, but that was basically it. Everything else, blind picks. Not happy about that. Anyway, skipping through some other small crystals for cleanup, and let's go ahead and open the gem, because that will affect what I pick from Nexuses. Cosmic is not what I wanted, because I already have Adam and Gamora as rank 3s, but that's fine. It will probably, like, at this point, I'm like, if I pull Serpent, even unduped, I probably take him up just because he's my boy, but I also have a ton of great Cosmic rank 2s, so even though that's not the balance that I was hoping for, I do know I have options, so could be a lot worse. Wiccan Sigs is good, but that is what I wanted. It is hard for me to imagine 2 better new base pulls than these. Like, that is just so awesome for me. Kashala, obviously, for those of you who don't know, I built with the help of my friend Vega, and then Mantis, as we talked about earlier, one of the last launch pool characters that I didn't have. So all of the other SIGs were fine, but I really don't even care. I just care about those 2 new ones. That was an incredible 7 pop for me. Here's our 2 Titans. I get another Blade because he knows I've been defending him, and so he loves me. And then I get this Negasonic. So really happy about that. She is very fun and powerful, and I don't know, Blade's already ranked 2, might as well have a bit better healing. I think I should open the non-Nexus one first, right? No? Oh well. That was a questionable decision by me. But this was a pretty easy Adam Warlock. I don't use Falcon all that much. I don't really enjoy Guillotine 2099, and Adam is already rank 3, so this is prestige points for me. His SIG is fine. It's not super important on the scaling. But yeah, better that than nothing. We opened this Nexus here. This was a tough one for me. It was definitely between Kindred and Iron Man. Both of them are rank 1. Both of them are good defenders. Kindred is a better defender, I think, on average. But I also think it's close enough that I had to factor in just how many Mystics I already have ranked, and the relative weakness of my tech class, and the fact that because I have a rank 3 Killmonger and a rank 2 Mysterio, in many metas I end up banning CGR and such anyway, it felt like Iron Man made more sense to me. I'm not going to claim that's the objective correct pick, but that is how I wound up doing that. So here's the Titan Nexus, and it's hard to imagine this going better. Like, all 3 of these characters are great, but, like, he's literally why I picked this over the launch pool selector, and we got him. So, super happy with that. And then here's the regular Arcade 7-star. SIGs on Angela's great. She's up to 60 now. That's pretty potent. I could throw more SIGs into her if I wanted to. She's getting to the point where I don't even need Odin for her to be a hazard shift option if I run recoil or something like that. So, yeah, really, really happy with the opening thus far. And then I think that's it. So we probably need to go ahead and open some more of the offers. And here we go through another round. Grabbing A again. There are some tempting things about both B and C, especially now that I've started opening things, but I think A is the better long-term pull. Same thing there, grabbing A again from Tier 2, and grabbing C again from Tier 3. There are other good options, but I want those Nexuses. So here I back off and open things because for me the 2023 selector is between a dupe on Photon and a dupe on Kushala, my 2 7-star characters from that year. So obviously I have to go open all of this stuff first, because if I get one of those, if I get lucky and dupe one of them from these crystals, then that affects who I want, right? Because I'd much rather have both of them at SIG 20 than one of them at SIG 40 and one at 0. More SIGs on Sheilth is pretty solid. She's already ranked 2 for me. Makes her that much better against Thorns and those kinds of things. So no complaints there. Here's, the 7-star Nexus. This is fine. I don't enjoy how overpowered Hulk is, so I skipped his Awakening, even though I do think that was the objective best answer. Getting Domino to SIG 100, she's already ranked 2 and is a rank 3 candidate. It's a pretty easy choice. Spidey was really tempting here. I do like him. His Awakening matters quite a bit, but my Shocker is already ranked 2, is a rank 3 candidate, kind of like we just talked about, and really scales well with those early SIGs, those early SIG levels. So I think getting him to 40 was the better choice for my account short term. But that was a tempting one. And then that is these 7 stars, I believe. Just scrolling through real quick. Gonna open this, these Relic Nexuses. And this is exactly what I was hoping for, because I am missing several 6-star relics. That's the only reason I bought this, really. This is easy to skip if you have all of them, I think. It's good value, but like I bought it because I was missing several 7-star or 6-star relics. And there you can see I just grabbed 3 of them, all brand new. So extremely happy about that. And then let's see, do we have another 7-star here? No, we do not. So at this point, I remember this part of the whole event. I have obviously not unlocked Weapon X yet, but I will. I grab these Valiant Crystals, and very importantly, I grab this extra 7-star, because that could be Kushala or Photon. I grab these Paragon Nexuses, which are, God, they're going to be horrible. And I grab this extra Titan. So let's go open that. I don't know what I was doing there. I guess just making sure. So here's a couple Valiants. We get the absolute minimum. That's fine. I'm not going to complain about my luck here. We've gotten several of the things that we wanted. I'm going to skip through the Paragon Nexuses because not only did I not get any 7-stars, I didn't even see a single 6-star. Very happy with this generic 7-star here. I love Odin. I've wanted that pull even when he was in the Titan. And then happy with Dust here out of the Titan. So yeah, 2 great pulls to round that out. And then we are going to go ahead and I think head back home and grab the selector. So yep, we've got a 2 to 3 gem there, the generic, which is important because I had to pick my tier 6 class catalyst blind. But really there are only 2 options in here for me. There's Photon and there's Kushala, because that's who I built. And I realize that that's going to sound insane to a lot of you because I am passing up a new Onslaught, and he is probably the single strongest character in here from a raw power level. I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't care. I am allowed to have bias in playing this game because I'm lucky enough to build characters for it. So ultimately I decided to go with Kushala because while Photon's dupe is very, very good, Kushala's has felt more transformative to how we're assigning her in war at the moment. And so it just felt that much more important to me. Again, not necessarily an objectively right call, but what was important to me. And so this was my haul at the end of the whole thing. Really, really happy with these 6. I don't have videos of it or anything, but just to talk through what I did with the various gems, I used the generic 2 to 3 on Kushala, took her all the way up to rank 3 and put some stones into her as well. I still had some left over from Ex Magica, and she was tactic for that, despite being banned constantly, so that was an easy choice. I did end up using the Cosmic on Serpent over Angela or Terrax or Vox. Like I said, I had several very good options, and I know that Serpent wants his dupe, but he's my boy, and I had to go for it. And then I also used those tier 4 alphas to go ahead and take Photon up additionally to rank 3, although I did honestly need to wait for some Battlegrounds currency to come in so that I could buy some extra tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha. And now I'm still sitting on several tier 4 alpha for another rank 3 on top of that, with a Summer of Sorrow, Spring of Sorrow, I forget which one we're on, I'm not going to lie, but that thing, those fights, and War Season ending soon, I should have another rank 3 on top of that, so this set me up for 2 more there. I honestly have no idea who I'm going to choose. I mentioned both Domino and Shocker as likely candidates, and that very well could be what I do next, right? Both of them are serviceable as 2-ways in Battlegrounds. Shocker is an extremely powerful and relevant attacker. Domino is perpetually annoying. That might be where I land, but we'll see. I also have a character coming out in a few weeks, so I don't know. Maybe I get lucky and grab them and then try and take them straight to rank 3. We'll see. But yeah, I'm overall very happy with this. I obviously spent a real amount of money, an amount of money that a lot of people can't spend, just to address that real quick, and that I didn't need to spend. I spent that because even though my YouTube channel is a net loss, I'm not going to pretend that it's that profitable, I do make some money from it, and it makes it easier to do things like this, because doing this helps the YouTube channel, and as y'all know, I work for Kabam, this is related to my job. Playing at a high level with a large account is important to that job. There are good reasons for me to spend this money on top of it being fun. Most people don't have either of those reasons, let alone both of them. And so please, please, please do not feel like you need to spend to keep up or anything like that, you will be fine. There's more content coming. There's some very good content coming for the rest of the year. If you feel like you need to wait, you can. You're going to be okay. The game will keep going. The things that I paid for today will eventually lose their relative value. I'm signing up for that. I can afford it. If you can't, don't put yourself in that position. With that said, I hope the rest of y'all had solid openings as well. Anyone who hasn't finished theirs, good luck to you. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and take care.